or Prime Minister to move second reading.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I beg to move that the bill be read a second time, and that we come together as a new Parliament to break the deadlock and finally to get Brexit done. Now is the moment, as we leave the European Union, to reunite our country and allow the warmth and natural affection that we all share for our European neighbours to find renewed expression in one great new national project of building a deep, special and democratically accountable partnership with those nations we are proud to call our closest friends. Because this bill and this juncture in our national story, Mr. Speaker, must not be seen as a victory for one party over another or one faction over another. This is the time when we move on and discard the old labels of leave and remain. In fact, the very words seem tired to me as I speak, as defunct as big enders and little enders, or Montagues and Capulets at the end of the play. Now is the time to act together as one reinvigorated nation, one united kingdom, filled with renewed confidence in our national destiny and determined at last to take advantage of the opportunities that now lie before us. And the whole purpose of our withdrawal agreement is to set this in motion and avoid any further delay. And in the hope that the honourable gentleman does not wish to have any further delay, I give way to him.
Grateful to the Prime Minister for giving way. The bill contains provisions not to extend the transition phase, or phase 2 of Brexit. It does not endanger strengthening the hand of the European Union in those negotiations. Why has he boxed himself into a corner?
On the contrary, Mr. Speaker, I think most people looking at the negotiations would agree that it strengthens our negotiating position. Because if we have learned anything from the experience of the last 3 years, it is that drift and dither means more acrimony and anguish, Mr. Speaker, and there will be nothing more dangerous for the new future that we want to build than allowing the permanent possibility of extending, I think I'm coming to the point that honourable members wish to discuss, extending the implementation period in a torture we all remember that came to resemble Lucy snatching away Charlie Brown's football, or Prometheus chained to the Tartarian crag, his liver pecked out by an eagle and then growing back, as honourable members on all sides of the House will recall, and then growing back only to be pecked out again in the cycle repeated forever. This bill learns the emphatic lesson of the last Parliament, unlike members opposite, and rejects any further delay. It ensures that we depart from the EU on the 31st of January, and at that point Brexit will be done. It will be over. The sorry story of the last 3.5 years will be at an end, and we will be able to move forward, Mr. Speaker, together. The bill ensures that the implementation period must end on the 31st of December next year with no possibility of an extension. And it paves the way for a new agreement on our future relationship with our European neighbours based on an ambitious free trade agreement, with no alignment, with no alignment on EU rules, but instead control of our own laws. And close and friendly relations, Mr. Speaker. This vision of the United Kingdom's independence, a vision that inspires so many, is now, if this Parliament, this new Parliament allows, only hours from our grasp. The oven is on, so to speak. It is set at gas mask 4. We can have it done by lunchtime or late lunch. And the New Deal that I negotiated with our European friends will restore our great institutions to their rightful place as the supreme instruments of British self-governance. Once again, this House will be the only assembly able to legislate for this United Kingdom. British courts will be the sole arbiters of those laws, and above them all, the sovereign British people, masters of their own fate, controlling their own borders, laws, money and trade. And throughout our new immigration system, we will not only welcome those with talent, but go out of our way to attract people of ability regardless of nationality or background. And we are only able to do this because the freedoms offered by European Union partners, the freedoms offered by leaving the EU, allow us once again to control overall numbers and bear down on unskilled immigration with our new points-based system. And if the honourable lady, if she's against our new the control of immigration, I'd like to hear her explain why.
The Prime Minister has